I'm fired up tonight. I'm going to share an experience that I had with an encouragement that in any situation, you can take what resonates and disregard the rest with that you're a healthcare professional, doctor, whoever, they are not God. They don't know the future. You get to decide your own future. You are the empowered patient, like we were talking about. So in this situation, I'm a little over 2 weeks post-op hip surgery. And actually my physical therapy appointments this week were canceled for various reasons. And I had an appointment with my family doctor to get stitches removed, which had to be canceled. And I have the training as a PT to remove stitches and had a suture kit and took my stitches out today. Did that at home. And interestingly enough, I was having a little bit of ear discomfort, couldn't quite hear out of it. Completely felt like there was fluid in the ear, that my hearing was blocked. And for the past 2 days, Mark and I have tried everything we could think of flushing the ear with a little bit of water and vinegar, alcohol, laying on this side, which is actually my surgical side, which doesn't feel great at this point, chewing gum. We tried all the things to kind of address this. And so we ended up going to urgent care tonight to get my ear checked out. And they looked in my ear and they did say that there was some fluid in the inner ear, that there was some bulging going on. And I've been trying to get my ears to pop because that's what it felt like needed to happen to hear. And they said, don't do that, because I was actually really close to rupturing the eardrum. So in that sense, it was glad that we went and we got some information, and they thought it was more like sinus issues and gave us some tips to help clear that up over the next couple days. What I was not expecting, they asked, have you had any recent surgeries? I said, yes, I've had a hip surgery. Asked what kind, mentioned that it was a hip scope. And then this physician's assistant proceeded to tell me that hip scopes always fail and that it was just a matter of time before I would need hip replacement. And that when my hip scopes fail, that I should ask for a ceramic hip replacement because that would last me the rest of my life because I am young. You do not say this to somebody who is 2 weeks post-op. You do not get to call and create other people's futures. And I thought that was very disrespectful. That was very poor bedside manner. That was not appropriate in that situation. I just mentioned, I saw the nation's expert for hip scopes, and he is taking care of me. I am a physical therapist. I'm doing my rehab. I'm not the typical patient. And he said, nope, all hip scopes will fail and you'll just need hip replacement. It's only a matter of time. And I was like, well, that's your truth. That's not my truth. And I'm here to share that with you. Sometimes we think that when a doctor or healthcare professional says something that it's the word of God. It's not. You can take what resonates. There was helpful information about my ear, and you can disregard the rest. I was not there to get his opinion about my hips, nor was it any of his business, really. I mean, he needed to know that so that they didn't put me on steroids, but I'm not there. I'm not the typical patient. I'm the type of woman that takes my own stitches out and rehabs. It's going to be just fine. And there are some people that unfortunately, when somebody speaks truth over them like that, they will take that as truth. And then the other type is, don't believe me, just watch. I'll show you. I'm the show you type. I am the rebel. I am you don't know me. You don't know my journey. You don't know my hip surgeon. You don't know what I've been through. So please don't proceed to tell me what my future is going to look like. Not appropriate. Now, as a patient, not feeling good, being 2 weeks post-op, I'm in a vulnerable state. I didn't argue. I really don't think that there's a point to that. I heard a great analogy today about how there are giraffes and there are turtles in the world. And really what he's speaking about is from his perspective. It's his fear. That doesn't have to be my truth. And when you have the perspective of a giraffe and when you're that turtle, like very different, right? And so we don't have to listen to what the turtles of the world say. Now, I will get a survey because this is a facility that my husband works at and they always send out surveys. I will have a lot of fun filling out that survey. And I will give the director of a facility the call because from healthcare professional to healthcare professional, I think it's important for them to know that that bedside manner is not the best and that that's not appropriate. That's not a great way to speak to patients. And I want you to know that you as a patient deserve respect. You deserve good care. And if you are not getting that, you can speak out about that. But please know that the opinion of one person doesn't matter It doesn't dictate your future. And you can get a second opinion or a third opinion. And again, I could go into so many stories about this. I've been told so many times by different doctors, either a wrong diagnosis or that it was all in my head or that it was crazy. I had a doctor be really, really disrespectful to me because I was a woman, like all of these different things. I could write a book about all of that. But I want you to know that you as a patient matter. You deserve to be treated with respect. And that was not a respectful or good conversation. And unfortunately, this is why people lose trust in the medical world, in the medical field. I've had many bad experiences, but we're not going to focus on that. So with anything, even what I teach you, even what I share, take what resonates, disregard the rest. Tune into your own intuition and your own inner wisdom to know what is true. I know in my soul that I'm healing. I know that. And what he says doesn't matter on that. Was very fired up about that and wanted to share it with you. And please help to spread this message that they're not God. They don't get to dictate your future or what your health will look like. And you have so much power as a patient, more than you know, with your thoughts, with your belief, with your attitude, with taking responsibility for your health. You have so much control over your healing. And we partner with people on our healing team. I couldn't look inside my own ear. I needed somebody to do that. But we also, as patients, can hire and fire people at any time. We can let people into our healing table. We want to get opinions. We want to do our own research. We want to hear from those experts. But if somebody isn't jiving, you can fire them. And that's okay. You can get a second opinion. You can go see somebody else because this is your life. This is your health. Lots of love. Had to share. You can tell I'm a little bit fired up. I'm very passionate about this. And I want to spread that message and empower you. Take care. Bye.